Ano mo? Hello?
No worries.
Sige. So, anyways, I'll just record this and I need you to react lang ha or respond just to make sure na you got what I said. Okay. Maybe we have um, unstable internet connection here. So just to maybe asking you to respond every now and then just to make sure na um, I'm still online something. Okay. So again, this is DT329, Advanced Electrical, Mechanical, and Plumbing Drafting with CAD. So I think last second semester, we already tackled a bit of electrical, mechanical, and plumbing. I mean electrical only. No? Unfortunately, we stopped with a outing, di ba? Anyways, so I'll just give you a brief um, run through of the course topics that we'll be having for this semester. And I'm just hoping that we can um, tackle all the topics. No? This is a bit ambitious because we have a very limited time. Okay. Uh, so 3 to 9 is the advanced version of what we had last year. So this is advanced phase of architectural drafting, which concentrates on electrical, mechanical, and plumbing section. Last time we had residential projects, but now we'll be dealing with high-rise structures such as commercial and industrial buildings, resorts, and other related facilities. So, using computer-aided design. But in our case today, um, we will be manually drafting our outputs. I mean, all of them since we don't have um, I mean, most of you, I I um I bet na you don't have all units no on your end. So we will be having our outputs in mechanical or all outputs are manually drafted. Sorry. So emphasis are on the accessibility, early warning devices, and fire protection to meet the standard requirements of the National Building Code of the Philippines. So if you want to have a copy or if you want to borrow my book, the National Building Code, this is the National Building Code. I think last semester I let you borrow the Planning and Designer's Handbook, diba? I forgot if napahawaman ba tamo sa National Building Code. But in our case, the National Building Code will be um, the important reference material for this course. Anyways, so I will be also discussing some pointers of the NBC or the National Building Code. Man. So that's just for your reference. So applications of visual techniques and computer graphics for rendering and animation. Presentations are also being emphasized. This I'm not really sure if we can tackle this one because when you say about when you talk about computer graphics for rendering and animation, that's a separate subject. So that's pretty ambitious now for a subject alone, for a one major subject alone. So basically, we'll just deal with the MEP and mechanical, electrical, plumbing drafting. So we'll just focus on that one. All right. Can you still hear me?
Miss.
Madung graph? Madungog pa? Okay,
Dong
so
Ramit.
okay, so our
Madung
course
Ramis.
will be um, background first. After this, we'll discuss the background of commercial industrial projects. So basically, we'll discuss the types of construction, some of the uh, ideas and theories of commercial and industrial planning. So that's what's gonna happen on the first, I mean, on this first week. So after that, we'll have an introduction to advanced electrical, mechanical, and plumbing drafting. So we'll discuss electrical layouting and planning more on, since we haven't discussed the electrical fixtures that much last year. So we'll discuss it here, and also the standard drafting symbols. We'll just have a review of what you learned, of how much of it did you apply. Also, we'll be having the advanced mechanical planning and basic. So same with that, we'll discuss the fixtures and the symbols. Same with plumbing. Plumbing is a bit short compared to electrical. So maybe we can just have it on the last part. And the I'm not sure if we can have the advanced CAD commands and applications, but we'll just try to have it because it's very difficult for um, to have a hands-on if most of you don't have any um, computers or laptops on your home. So, anyways, we'll just find ways for that one. Okay. So, any questions before I'll discuss? None so far. Wala. Okay, I'll proceed. Okay. So for the midterms, we'll be having the discussions up until the electrical drafting symbols. So for the finals, we'll have mechanical and plumbing. And if given the chance, we'll have CAD application. So what you need for your output, so you must, since we will be having manual drafting, you know, what you need is uh, this drafting material. So I think I already uh, discussed the technical pens last year, diba? So you'll be I'll be requiring you to have um this set of technical pens. So that's point 0.21, point 0.3, point 0.5, and point 0.2, point 0.4, point 0.6. The drafting pencils, you need to have T-square, triangle. I think na naman mo ani since you are third years naman. No? So T-square, triangle set, rulers, or any straight edges, drafting tapes, graphing notebook, or graphing papers. drawing papers, architect scale, eraser, sharpener, French curves, compass, furniture template with varied scales, and steel tape. Anyways, I also send out a file on this, diba? So you can also browse it sa you can save it sa inyong phone. Then if you don't have any of those materials, you can just simply borrow or purchase online or something. So for your outputs, um, I'll be sharing in the classroom within the week. Then you'll have to um, send it or upload it there, and um, you have if ang katong inyong hard copies, you'll have to what do you call this one? You have to compile it. The hard copies you have to compile it, and the soft copies that's what you'll send to me. So we'll be having online quizzes and um, major design projects. We don't have that one. And for the scale model, we won't be having that one as well. Um, I'll be maybe will be having site visits, but more on virtual site visits, I think. So, if applicable lang na siya or any, or I'll just take siguro pictures or what or videos. So, if you want to have a hard copy, you can have it online. Um, if you want po na to scan lang. I have a copy of the National Building Code here. With the National Plumbing Code, I also have that one. Ang wala lang nako is the electrical and mechanical, but you can find it online so you can download it there. If you don't want to download it, then you can um, important lang ano is the plumbing and the National Building Code because muna siya usually ang atong more on magamit um what else. So most of it is already online, so you can find it online. And also with the website, I'll be sharing if there is any. I think I already shared the drawing template with you last time, diba? So we'll be using this template. Since you can ask, you can ask a soft copy of this one, or if you don't want na i-print na siya, you can manually draft this one. The drawing template details are also attached, or I also gave the measurements sa kanina file na akong gisend din sa GC. So, mo na siya. If you have, I think, naa naman diha ang mga sukod. So, just follow it. Okay. And I think for since dili naman ni it's the score bricks is not new for you, right? So we have here the CASP, I mean CASNP, the content, accuracy, speed, neatness, presentation. That's our criteria. Sorry, wrong spelling yung criteria. Anyways, that's our performance criteria. I'm not really um, very strict on the speed right now because since we're doing the what do you call this one, the synchronous, and we're doing all our tasks online, so that will depend, no, on the availability of your internet connection as well. So I'm not really strict with the speed, and I'm just gonna be lenient on this one. However, the content accuracy, neatness, and presentation that remains um, the same paghihapon. So for the content, I think you already are familiar with this one. That if the content is excellent in relevance of the requirements and the output, that's 40. If it doesn't meet the basic requirements, that's 35, 30. If some of it does not meet the basic requirement, 25 if less than the required, 20 if it does not meet the basic requirements of the output. Accuracy, same with the neatness, presentation, it's already there. So if you have questions, or if you are um uh what do you call this one, if you are diskumpiyado sa scores na gihatag sa inyo, you can refer it to the performance criteria. So overall, if you have a score of 46 and below, so that's automatically the output is to be withdrawn. So far, there's no output na gipa-redraw, no? So um, I think if you're gonna focus on how to aim or how to get a high score, just refer to this table. So if you have 80, that's 2.0. If the score that you got on the rubrics is 80, that's 2.0. So if you have 97 to 98, that's 1.1. Okay. So this is the grading system that um I am using for my teaching experience here. So that's more on it. I'm more on the project, no, and the plates. So um if naay kulang a plate, that would really affect your grade. So attendance wise, we will be discussing um, the setup of our attendance. Maybe um, not, I'll have to discuss it na lang, because some of you will find ways na dili siya medyo kuan sa inyo, because some of you cannot di maka-log in, log out, di ba? On if you don't have a connection at that moment, at that certain time of the day. So we'll have separate arrangement for the attendance as well. For the quizzes, I'll be giving it on online. That's 15%, and for the term exams, that's 15. So quizzes, term exams will be online. Okay. All right. So do you have any questions? Do you want something to be changed or or to be added in terms of topics or the grading system? Can you still hear me? Sorry. Ito. Now my questions. Questions?
Wala na, miss.
Wala.
Oh, miss.
Any siya ba? Suggestions or any topics you want to have or you want to be discussed? Naa? Kinsa inyo ang major gani last sem?
Na, miss?
Kinsa major ninyo last semester?
Silbanyados.
Unsa to structural? Architectural, structural?
Architectural.
Sige. Unsa inyong project last time?
Kuan, miss, kanang ipa-design niya o kanang mga kuan siguro to. It story siguro to. Nga kuan nga nasa'y double sa ting tawag at yung may mga kwarto niya. May uban may mga kanang conference room ana.
Mm. Okay. Sige. Mm.
Pero sana po siya mga room ko.
Sige. Okay. Sige. So, tomorrow we'll be siguro discussing our first katulang kuan background of commercial and industrial projects. Okay. So, anyways, if you have questions or any suggestions, you can leave a message sa GC or PM me. Right? Any other concerns other than sige, any other than this input? Okay. Wala na.
Wala na, miss.
Okay.
Nagro
Sige.
Wala na, guro, miss.
naamak sila.
Naamang lagi. Kuan. Sige. So, I'll be leaving you with a code na lang na this one, the difference between a successful person is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. So basically, you just have to do, you just have to have a will na buhaton ang tanang plates. Okay, if ever wala, then it's not our loss. It would be yours. Okay? And anyways, we'll just and if you have questions, you can always feel free. You're welcome naman. You're always welcome to have comments or suggestions, and just PM me if you have one. Okay? All right. So I think that's it for today. Yeah. I'll be every kuan. I mean every session I'll be recording it and I will be uploading it. I'm just gonna send you a link for you to access it. So I hope this semester will be very smooth for us. This is our first time to have online setup. So basically we'll just be understanding each other for the rest of the semester. And I think that would be all. So thank you everyone and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, Thank you, miss. miss.